Okay, and I want to talk about visual management and why visual management is important. So a lot of organizations you will see use things like this, which is what I call a visual management board. And the objective about this is it's about making the performance of your operation visible to everybody, visible and clear, and it's then about using that information to drive what I call incremental improvement. So by reviewing measures every day, so you can see in the bottom left-hand corner here, there's a range of measures, and I'll show you another picture on this next slide. You can see on the same thing here, there's a range of measures down this left-hand side here, and every measure is red or green. So every 24 hours, you review your performance against some key measures. And if you don't hit the measure that you were aiming to hit, you need to ask the question, what was the issue? And based on what was the issue, we need to understand what action are we going to take. And then down here, very little detail there, you can see there's a definition of who's going to do something about it and when are we going to do something about it by. So it's what I call issue, action, who and when. So by measuring things and where we don't hit the targets we plan to, we define the issue, we define an action, we define who's going to do something about it and when we're going to do something about it by. That drives what I call incremental improvement. And that's about getting a little bit better every day. And over 12 months, that makes a significant impact on overall business performance. So visual management, this example here, this is actually taken from the kiwi fruit industry. This is tracking performance on an hourly basis. You can see at the top there, it's called an hourly board. This organization, because packing kiwi fruit is such a short seasoned, variable type of industry, they track performance every hour. They record key measures, so things like here, cost per tray, and every hour they are tracking that measure and understanding if it's going in the right direction, what they need to do about it. So for organizations like that, that kind of time frame of review is really important. Other examples of visual management, this concept of the 5 meter 3 second rule. So from 5 meters away in 3 seconds, can I understand what information is being tried to convey to me? So you can clearly see in that example there, that's a tool board. Can I understand what tool is missing from that tool board in less than 3 seconds? You know, yes, I can quite clearly. It's on the right. It's a large screwdriver. You know, it's the sort of thing that, the sort of approach that will improve efficiency if it's done well. This example here, I'm showing you a different approach of visual management. This is visual planning. So you can see here on the top line, we've got the plan for the day. On the line below, we've got the actual performance. And you can see in this example here, the plan on the top for night shift, and then below you can see all the areas where things weren't tracking to plan. So very visually, you can see how you're tracking and then make decisions earlier than the end of the day or the end of a shift when it's too late to make some decisions. Other examples, visual planning. So this is setting targets at different times in the day. Clear visual targets in whatever your operational or your administrational area, and by setting targets, you set an expectation of what you're aiming to achieve during your working day or your working shift. Visual planning of people's roles and responsibilities. So you can see here, this example here, this is a day down the left-hand side. This is your employees, and what you would map out on here is who's working on what at what time. And again, that sets expectations around what we're aiming to do, and if we don't achieve them, helps us to ask the question why and understand why we couldn't achieve, what went wrong in the process that meant we weren't able to achieve our